I've decided to make a video on why I think it's a good idea to purchase and use a battery grip if your camera, if there is a battery grip available for your camera. For this video, I'm going to be showing two of my cameras and two of my battery grips. I have various videos on the battery grip, so I won't go into details regarding it. But the camera is my D5300, okay, and my newer D5600, okay. And both, well, Nikon doesn't make a battery grip for these cameras, but other companies do manufacture battery grips for the cameras. I think it's a good idea to use a battery grip for these cameras for the following 6 reasons. I'm not going to list, these reasons are not in any particular order. I'll just list it. The first one is the obvious reason, which is it generally doubles the shooting time. For example, this battery grip here takes 2 batteries. So we know that with 2 batteries, you're going to be able to shoot more than having a single battery in the camera. And this battery grip is a side-loaded one, and it uses this, and same thing, 2 batteries will last longer than a single battery inside the camera. So that's the first reason. The second reason is with the battery grip, it generally gives the camera, in my opinion, a bulkier feel and makes it look nicer. Also feels nicer, easier on the hands. Okay, that's purely aesthetic and cosmetic, so most people don't really care about that. The third reason that I have is that sometimes, I don't know if you've ever, if it's ever happened to you or if you've ever noticed it, but with some rechargeable batteries, sometimes they will leak. This generally happens with the rechargeable, like I've noticed it happening with AA batteries or C-type batteries, etc., that after a while they sometimes will leak, or they would get oxidized at the ends, or sometimes worst case scenario is sometimes the batteries will even expand. And when it's inside your, when these batteries are inside your camera, when this happens, having a leaky battery inside your camera, I'd much rather have it leak inside a battery grip that costs only approximately $20 than having it leak inside the actual camera, which could be $500 for the camera itself. Okay. And the fourth reason is generally with battery grips, it makes taking portrait images a lot easier, since battery grips generally come with a button which can be used to replace the button used to take pictures, which is right here on the 5600. And on my 5300, if I flip the battery grip over, you'll notice the same button right here, and it'll replace this button to take pictures right up here. Okay. Now, with the Nikon D5600 or D5000 series that uses the EN-EL 14 or the EN-EL 14A batteries, the battery grips require a cable that will fit on the side here. With this battery grip, there's a cable that would plug in here, and you would open this, and you would attach the cable right here. I personally don't care about taking portrait pictures, and when I do take portrait pictures, I generally will just hold the camera like as if I don't have a battery grip. So when I take landscape pictures, I'll take pictures like this. But then when I take a portrait picture, I'll just turn my hand over. The reason that I do that is I don't like having a cable dangling on the side of the camera, which I don't find particularly aesthetically pleasing. The same thing with this battery grip as well. There's a hole right here where you attach the cable and you plug it in to the side of the camera here. And if you don't plug it in, the only functionality that you lose is the use of this button to take pictures and to focus, of course. I personally don't hold my camera like this, even when taking portrait. I'll just hold it like this and just tilt my hand over like this. So the fifth reason to have a battery grip is, I've shown this in some of my earlier videos. You can use it to bypass some of the security features on the Nikon D5000 series of cameras that use the EN-EL14A, which includes the 5000 D5100, D5200, D5300, D5400, I believe, D5500, and D5600. I might be misreading some of the model numbers. I believe Nikon did skip one of these numbers and jump to the other one, but I've had the 5100, the 5300, and the 5600, and the batteries that are required on these cameras are the EN-EL14 or the EN-EL14A, and these the cameras will sometimes check to make sure that the batteries are Nikon and they're authentic Nikon batteries, and they will not accept third-party batteries, even if they're not Nikon branded. So if you purchase like an Energizer battery that's in the EN-EL14 size, it will sometimes not work in the cameras. And having a battery grip, especially this battery grip, the back-loaded ones, will allow you to bypass that security feature. I have a video on that. I'll link it down below for those of you who are interested, showing how to bypass this security feature. And the sixth and final reason that I have is that depending on the battery grip, you can use different types of batteries. So for this battery grip here, it uses the EN-EL14A batteries by just sliding it in here. But this battery grip also comes with AA battery attachment, which you can also slide in here and use AA batteries. And this is extremely useful when traveling. And sometimes you forget, either, which happened to me on vacation once, I forgot to bring my charger for my EN-EL14 batteries. So that meant either going to a store and purchasing a charger for the batteries, which I have 2 chargers for these batteries at home, and I didn't want to spend that money for it, or purchasing AA batteries, rechargeable AA batteries as well. So it's a lot easier to find rechargeable AA batteries or AA batteries, alkaline AA batteries, at any store, as opposed to trying to find an EN-EL14 or 14A battery while you're on vacation. So replacing or taking pictures with AA batteries, if your battery grip supports it, is another feature, another benefit, I mean, of having a battery grip on your camera if your battery grip supports and uses AA batteries. Now, if you have any questions, please post your question below and I'll be sure to answer it. You can also hit subscribe and the notifier button and to be notified of my my future videos. Thank you.